All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing the Junior National Preview Show for the Canadian Nationals. We're just a few days out now. It's just me from the Red Plates Podcast Boys, but I'm joined by Dylan Holaroyd, who helped us a lot in the past. Very good with the data, and actually, that may have gotten him some angry DMs recently. But Dylan, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, just finally finished up prep today. So feeling pretty good and ready to get out there.
Yeah, last big lifts, right? Like you're just
Yeah,
chilling now, taper time.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Excited to go see the boys.
Yeah. I was talking about how fast it comes. Like a year ago was my last competition.
Mm,
Um, Moose Jaw, actually, where you had a crazy scenario go down with that deadlift.
yeah,
They misloaded one red on the other side, right? I was watching
yeah,
that like in person in the back room, and you were just
yeah.
composed. You went out there, one side comes up, you put it back down, you're like, it's okay, I'll get a reattempt. Like, no, were you worried? I think I've asked you this before, but
Uh, I mean, yeah, obviously worried, but it was more just like I don't know, just gotta take the cards and do with them what I can. And I told Brian Krafstoffs who was handling me. I was just like, just tell me when it's time to go back out. I'll just wait
yeah.
until then.
Yeah, you had like I think you put a towel over your head or something, right? And just like kind of
Yeah,
locked in.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
that's the secret.
yeah, just like go back into the dark and just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. My heart was racing for you, but you seemed so calm. So you handled that so well.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Had to show
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, no problem. You killed it. And then you hit the pole and it was like with room, right?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit of room.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna use arena powerlifting and some of Dylan's data. I believe. Do you have anything on your own as well?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have the projections and like current totals and some other data points, but yeah, so we'll use a mix of both. Arena powerlifting is fantastic. Shout out Adam.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. I think a lot of people will really like it this coming week at Nationals when they start using it. But yeah, check it out, guys, because I feel like definitely need to shout it out. Don't use lift and cast, use Arena. I think it's the way. And Adam's been fixing all the little bugs. So yeah, check it out. And then Dylan, of course, has his own data. That's why we have him on here. He's good with that kind of stuff. And yeah, if we end up getting anything wrong, I'm sure we will. You guys are juniors and you guys make crazy progress. But you posted some projections, right? And I think some people were a little upset. Do you want to explain the data that you pulled?
Yeah. So it's I basically what I'm doing is taking all of everyone's meet history and then making an estimate on how much their total will increase based on how much their total is increased over time. So most people will have, big spikes in the first couple meets and then have a slowdown afterwards. So just trying to fit kind of a line through those, and then taking the date of the meet and then kind of estimating where you're going to be on that day. Um, so yeah, unfortunately, I missed some things, and people made that known to me. So next time will be better. Um, but yeah, really cool to see, and I think it's really just amazing uh, how strong Canada is and how strong the juniors are. It's incredibly deep field, and so much progress being made. So it's hard to predict. So I'm sure that a lot of my predictions will be wrong, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna get a lot of things wrong too, guys. So there's no problem there. But you use the data, right? So people who are angry, like you're angry at yourself essentially, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do have myself in first, but that's not me. I'm not mess.
Non-biased.
I'm not biased.
It's just the data, guys. Come on. All right. So we'll start from the bottom of the women's and men's division, going back and forth towards the top. So we'll start here with the 43 kilo juniors, and we only have the two of them competing. So I'm not sure if you've gotten a chance to look at their Instagrams, but based off of nominated totals, Emmy is leading there, but not by much.
No,
So,
this is going to be a really close one, and two really great lifters, both with current totals over the Canadian record. So this should be really, really, really cool to see them
mhm.
push that as far as they could go. Like for example, right now, Emmy is at 106%. So if she can lock in something like that, or definitely more, we're looking at 108, 110, something like that, which would be, some of the highest national record increases we've seen. So yeah, this should be really, really, really interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. To see, especially to break a record in the 43s versus like a bigger weight class to break it by a good margin is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's records that will probably stand quite a long time as well.
Hmm. Yep, it's gonna be a good one to watch. In terms of the days, I mean, it's all over the place, but majority of the juniors, based upon what you know, is it more towards the end?
I think it's a bit of a mix. I think there's some early and some late. I can't quite remember it, but yeah, it should be. I think it's a pretty even split if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm. Yeah, usually the juniors are a bit earlier though, but I know you, for example, you're 120 and you're flying out on Thursday, competing Saturday.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, that would be cool to see. I'm excited to watch that and see how far they can push.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
and I'm probably gonna butcher this, but NIL, 3 meets in, already pushing the national record. You know, crazy crazy to see. So this should be
yeah,
yeah, should be really good.
man, I wish it worked like that for me. 3 meets in, you're just a national record breaker. Crazy. But yeah, yeah, that's gonna be fun to see. In terms of prediction, who do you have taking this home?
I mean, I've got to take Emmy. Got a bit of a longer meet history. Been to Worlds, been nationals before. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Emmy.
Yep, yeah, same here. But again, it'll be cool to see the progress that's made, and if it's a closer battle than we anticipate.
Hmm.
And then, okay, so moving on to the men's 53s, they are not on arena powerlifting, but it's just the one lifter, Zachary, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So Zachary should run away with this.
yes, yeah. No, literally just don't bomb and then it's his. But yeah, he's good though. He's good. It would be cool to see if there is some competition there for him, someone
Hmm.
to face off against, but I'm sure he clinches this, goes to Worlds, he'll have some good battles.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Not much to say there, but I know he's from Ontario, so he's always crushing those records there. I'm not sure where he's at in comparison to the national records, but I'm sure he's probably close.
Yeah, he's at about 90% with his current total. Um, so yeah, we need a little bit more to push. But yeah, let's just pull up the national record. One sec. Man, 53. Yeah, total is 470 set back in 2019. So again,
Oh
like we were
wow.
talking about with the 43s, it's records that stand the test of time. So this that'd be pretty huge to break.
Hmm. Yeah, I think he's on pace for it eventually. I don't know about this meet, but
Hmm.
I mean, he also has no pressure, so you could always just like hit your openers and attack, right? Because he's already got this
Yeah,
wrapped up.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, that was an easy one there. But moving on to the 47 kilo women. Again, we just got actually we have three people here. So the podium is set, right? Where we know that these three will make it onto that podium. In terms of the actual competitors, I believe we have some people cutting down here. So let me see. Haley, yeah, last meet, I think her meet that is qualifying her or her biggest total was done at 51. So it's not a ridiculous cut, but
Oh,
she's still.
Haley's actually in the 52 for three. She's in 47 for bench only, and then 52 for the three
Oh,
lift.
okay. Well, that's one thing that I didn't mention that I mentioned on the last one, but here on Arena, it might not have all the changes for the weight classes in, but on my Arena, it's listed at 47. But okay, so then that means there's just the two of them then for three lift.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So that makes it different than here.
yeah. So we got Zoe and Tharushi. Zoe with a little bit more meat experience, Tharushi with only two meats, um, but a pretty close, 27 kilo spread. Uh, I would doubt that. I mean, Tharushi is definitely still progressing at a faster rate than Zoe would be, I would think. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, 27 kilos is not that much to add, but at this weight class with this total, it's I'm not sure what the percentage would be, but it's still a pretty high percent.
Yeah.
It'd be about a
It's
10% total increase, so it's
mhm.
a pretty substantial amount.
Yeah, I actually seen her at the gym that I train at, Band of Barbells, and her training's been going very well. She's only done two meets, so you know, she could be ramping up a lot. Like even the squat went up by 12 and a half, like bench is chipping away, and the pull, I know she has a good pull in her, so yeah, we'll
Mhm.
have to see. But it's cool that I mean, at the very least, you got second wrapped up at your first nationals.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And even some things just looking at the beautiful arena powerlifting here. But she has a 50% make on thirds for squat and deadlift. So,
Mhm.
a little bit definitely some more room there if she can clean it up and kind of have the day that she wants to have.
Yeah, that make rate is beautiful, especially for scouting. If you're looking like as a handler to see, okay, this guy's projected or this girl's projected here, but they actually miss. And that also, if that was in your data too, I'm sure it would skew even more, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, exactly. And it's something that, we can't really, it's tough to account for with projecting people.
mhm,
And it's what makes things really have that need for that game day knowledge and uh that granularity that the handler would have.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Especially with junior, you find sometimes people will make these crazy game plans and then not account for things like a cut or whatever. Not saying
Hmm.
anyone here is in that boat, but I'm sure we will see it. And that's why
Yeah.
predicting things from this POV is hard, right? Like you don't know
Hmm.
how big these cuts are, how aggressive these game plans are. And yeah, you see it happen, especially with the junior lifters, right? Because sometimes the rate of progress, or sometimes like when you're a young lifter, I once wasn't an unk. The ego runs high, right? So
Yeah.
so.
And even when, like you said, when you're predicting your own game plan, you might think you're more ahead than you are on that day because
Mhm,
you don't have enough data for the peak and a lot of variables that can go wrong when you don't have that big of a data set to work with.
mhm. Yeah, and sometimes too with people with these slightly bigger lead, if you end up missing a squat or something, it's like, okay, now you're even. And what if this person pulls more, you know?
Hmm.
So definitely important to do your scouting, but I'm sure everyone's coach is doing that now for them. Just time to execute for everyone else.
Hmm.
But yeah. Okay, so 59 kilo men for the junior class. We have Mateo, we have Harry, Nam, and Hai Chun. I may have pronounced that incorrectly, but yeah, I mean, some familiar names here. I know Harry's been around for a while, and he's from Ontario. I think he goes to 613, correct? And you
Yeah.
train there sometimes, so you know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out Harry.
yeah. He's sick. Yeah, he's been doing really good. I think he's nominated here in third, but his progress is pretty good. And again, with 59 kilos, when we're in these lower weight classes, you always got to take account for these cuts, right? So I'm pulling up
Hmm.
everyone's actual stats here, but I believe everyone's nominated total is from 59, correct?
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I
okay.
don't think we have anyone cutting down for
Yeah.
this.
All right. So, one sec here. Do what you want to give some any data that you have on these guys?
Yeah. So Harry's definitely the most experienced out of the bunch, with 8 meets under his belt. Uh, and the others have either 3 or 4 meets. So again, still new. Rate of progress can be, pretty dramatically skewed. Sorry, not screwed.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's kind of it's a bit tough to predict. Um, oh, sorry, I'm just looking up. Just looking at Nam's best meets here. Uh, so Nam's best meet would have been in 74. He weighed in at 67
Mhm.
and totaled 542.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing with arena is like if you're scouting against your competitors, some of the nominated totals or some of the totals listed are just their best. So for example,
Mhm.
it looked like Nam was um that was a 59 kilo total, but it was
Yeah,
at 67.
yeah, yeah. So bit tough to say. Has he figured out the cut now? Has he figured out how to sit closer to the weight class now? Because he does have that strength. It's just can he express it? So yeah, that'll be interesting. But you know, Mateo does have a bit of a lead if we exclude Nam's 74 total. And
Mhm.
really, really, really good make rates. Only 3 meets, but hasn't missed a lift yet.
Yeah.
We'll knock on wood
Yeah,
for
knock on
that.
wood for him. Yeah. Don't want to jinx him.
So yeah, I mean that's really successful, and if he does the same on the day, I think he has a very, very, very good chance of taking this. But um, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very true with almost a 20 kilo lead and doing it at the weight class, 59 as well. Like we were talking about in terms of percentages or just like making up that 20 keys, it's a lot harder at
Mhm.
these lower weight classes, right? Because the totals aren't
Yeah,
as crazy.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah. I'm gonna go with Mateo on this one just because of those facts.
Yeah, I'll take Harry for the because his training looks great,
Mhm.
and with that longer meet history, I think he has probably a little bit of a better chance to have the greater success rate. Also, I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's being handled by Adam because he's
Yeah.
coached by Adam. Um, yeah, good, great handler, and we'll have arena powerlifting by his side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just bans everyone else. Adam bans everyone else from arena. It's just his for the day. He does
That'd
that,
be
then
good.
yeah, you guys are in good shape. I agree though. Harry's good, and yeah, if anyone starts missing, it could be his for sure.
Hmm.
All right, so we're on the 52 juniors now. So pulling that up right here. We got, I think this is now it's starting to pick up in terms of the actual competition. Still just the four lifters listed here, but it's pretty close across the board. Um, like 322 for Emma. Dorana has 320 and a half. So potentially some chips at play as well. And then Nia is just behind with 315 kilos. Just making sure these were actually done at the correct weight classes, but that's a very, very close little break right there. It's like missing one attempt.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. And with that type of a grouping being the whole flight, basically, it's very, very, very essential to make all your lifts. Um, Emma definitely
Mhm.
does have the longest meet history. So again, would kind of bias towards
Yeah.
her for having the best day, especially in a scenario like this where it's a very close grouping, and there would be maybe some strategy at play for attempt selection. I think she would have a bit of a better chance on that. But again, this is a 20 odd kilos or uh yeah, just checking, but yeah, basically a 20 kilo spread between the top four. So really, 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 really close. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
The
so
progress
all
from
three of those,
Doran,
yeah.
I believe, Dorana's progress has been pretty insane from November 2024 to August 24th, or 2025, sorry. She added like, what is that, like 30 something kilos to the total.
Yeah,
So in the juniors, that's crazy. You could potentially keep that progress up. Um, and then Emma is coming off of a less optimal performance at Worlds, but again, it's Worlds, so it's a little different. And I'm sure that's probably gotten her fired up to put up a huge total.
yeah, yeah. And I know she's been between weight classes for a while now. She was at 47 for a little bit and then now back at 52. So she's had a longer time to be at 52 and to not compete for a while because she does like to do a lot of competitions.
Hmm.
Um, and so give the body a little bit time to rest and to kind of grow into that 52. So yeah, I think she's a has a chance to come out with the win here. Again, this is
Hmm.
very, very dice roll because of how close the all three of them are.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's pretty crazy too. It's honestly, it usually happens in the open, but it's happening a lot in the juniors where you have someone with like 5 to 10 meets or more, and then you have someone who's on their third meet and like their first nationals, and it's close still, which is pretty cool to see and hard
Yeah,
to predict. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is it's who makes the most lifts really,
mm,
um, and who has the best strategy going into deadlifts.
yeah, yeah, it looks like Dorina will have the last pull, the last say with 130-ish pull. So it'll be
Mhm.
cool to see. But again, no one can really miss here.
No, no, definitely not.
Who do you got on the top of the podium?
Uh, I'm gonna keep being biased here. I'm gonna go with Emma. Um,
Yeah.
I think the longer beat history will be really helpful, especially having competed at a high level, competed at nationals, competed at worlds, and actually given herself some time off after her last meet to really grow into nationals. So yeah, I'm gonna take Emma here.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, when you have that little down meet and then you take time off, usually it's followed up by something crazy. So I'm sure
Hmm.
she will. Um, I'll go with Dorina though, just for the plot, so we're not always agreeing. But I could see it going either way. It'll be cool to watch and
Hmm.
see how it unfolds. All right. Um, the 66 kilo men got a decent amount of lifters here. So looks like Felix has a very big lead in the totals, but let me pull this up.
Yeah,
So he
kind
was
of a
even a
rocky
little
meet his.
underweight with that.
Oh, was
I was
he?
just gonna say with
Oh
his
yeah,
last, well, not like super light, but
yeah.
he's always
Trying to making
64.9.
65.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if he weighs in at 65, that's a pretty crazy squat too that he has there. So
Yeah, that's nuts.
240, yeah, that's big.
Wild. So yeah, I mean, this would indicate to me that he's not cutting into the meat, which I
Mhm.
mean at 66, I'm assuming most are.
Yeah,
So if if he's still not cutting into the meat, that would be a big help on the day. Um, yeah, great squat, great pull. Um, Bit of a rocky meat history, at 80% squat rate, 60% bench rate. Hits his deadlifts quite well, but 20% third attempt on bench. Uh, so he's done 5 meets, so he's only hit his third bench once. So again, that's another 5-10 kilos that he could add immediately to his total.
Yeah, just by a little bit of a better attempt selection.
Yeah,
And like he's building that lead early, right? That squat is actually crazy. I think he would probably, beside maybe like Jared, for the open men, have
yeah,
like the biggest squat of like
yeah,
the meet for the 66s. That's like really impressive squat. So as long as he makes, it looks like he's in really good position.
yeah. I think so. And there's a tight grouping between Quirk and Rikizo for that second and third spot with the 590 and 585. Um, I would say we're 4 meets in, pretty good attempt rate. Um, and Rikizo.
Yeah, Quirk has that big pull.
Mhm.
I was just saying that Quirk's pull is huge. So, I mean, if the opportunity to pull for first, depending on attempt selection of everyone else is there, like he could take a crack at it. 265 is a
Yeah,
big pull.
yeah, absolutely. So he would
So,
definitely be pulling last. So he would have the opportunity, I would say, assuming nothing changes, he would have the opportunity to pull ahead of Rikizo. Um, so that would definitely, to me, give him the upper hand. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it definitely sets him up to be able to place in second, or if Felix is underperforming on the day, maybe even pull for first.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay. I mean, to me, again, we could be so wrong just based off of people's progress, but to me, it does seem like a clear favorite in Felix. So I'm gonna put Felix on the top, and I mean, if he listens to this or is thinking about it, just take a little less on the bench and build a total that's untouchable. So yeah, I got him winning this.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I think he'd have to really underperform on the day to not put himself in a position to win.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, fully agree with that.
All right. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's a very, very good squat there. Puts him so far ahead.
Hmm.
All right. So 63 kilo women. We have the most stacked so far women's side with how many lifters is this? We got 11, 12,
13,
13. Yeah.
13, yeah.
So that's a lot more because like most of them since 63s have been like 4 to 5 people, some even less.
Hmm.
So this is a much
Yeah.
deeper class here. There is like a clear favorite right now with Veronica or Veronique Dorr, with the 440 total.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean it's definitely tight for like the top five or so.
Yeah, I'd say Vernick is definitely the clear favorite here. But the battle for podium for rest of podium is much closer. With Abby, Sydney, and Sarah all being between 10 kilos of each other. So that puts a lot of pressure on the podium, and on Veronique as well to have a good day. And like we were saying, 30 kilos does slip away quite fast if you're
Mhm.
not having the day you want to, and other people are. Um,
Yeah.
but I do have faith in her. She's done lots of meets, lots of high level meets, done worlds, won
Mhm.
nationals. So I think it's hers to lose, but um, it's also she can't have uh she can't have a mediocre day and expect to walk away with it because there are a lot of people kind of right on her tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of people, and a lot of these people are coming up even from sub junior, making good progress. So yeah, it'll be tough to catch her though. Like Veronique did her best total at Worlds.
Hmm.
So, it's tough. And after winning nationals twice, I believe it was nationals win, and then go to Worlds and still PR the total. So yeah, I mean it's very hard to bet against her. The travel is not going to be the same as it was. Like what Worlds was that? That was that Malta?
Uh, Costa Rica?
Oh, Costa Rica,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean, she traveled that far, like tropical place, put 2 kilos on the total that she won nationals with, and that's, her probably fighting up, trying to get different positions too. So
Hmm.
playing defense, it should be not too hard for her.
Yeah. And even, looking at her world's performance as well, she didn't quite have the day that she wanted. Missed that last pull, had a rough start on squat.
Mhm.
So left a lot of kilos out there uh to be wanted. So you know if she were to just replicate this meet, this would be, I'll just do the math. Um She would have added 12, so that would be 452. And she retook her first attempt on the second, so probably another 10 there. So she would have added another 22 and a half. So we're looking at,
Mhm.
462, assuming she didn't improve from last meet, which, you know,
She must have, yeah.
definitely not the case given the way her training is looking.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely have her walking away with the win. Again, the spread's pretty good, and everyone's making good progress. But when the person ahead by a decent margin is also so experienced and rarely has a meet where they lose kilos, it's very hard to bet against them. So I'm not going to be getting betting against her.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
same for you, I feel, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um,
All right. Anything else for that class, or move on to the 74 men?
let's go to 74.
Yep. All right. So the 74 kilo men, another very deep class. And I've seen a few of them on Instagram, looking like they're having some really good training. But Matthew seems like he's going to have a decent lead and the last pull. So it's going to be hard to bet against him. He's from U Ottawa. I was there like not long ago doing a seminar, and since then he's been training on the kilos, and his training looked really good. So I think that was like his biggest issue was
Mm,
just deadlifting on the kilos and hook and some stuff like that. But he's
yeah,
been cleaning that up. He's training at 613 now, so
yeah. Well, he went to your seminar. He's gonna win.
he's actually one of the yeah. Actually, I'll go with that. Yeah, I gave him the keys. He's gonna walk away with the W. We figured it out back then.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it really does make a dramatic difference, especially if you're a hook sumo puller pulling on pounds versus pulling on kilos. Like it makes a huge difference in your training.
yeah, the rec center, whatever it's called, the U Ottawa Center has like the kind of thicker pounds and like whippy bars,
Hmm.
and so he would pull
Yeah,
anything. But then it's
yeah.
obviously a little different. But he has a really good make rate already for
Hmm.
deadlifts, especially with such a big, widespread sumo upright deadlift. He's
Yeah,
87% make rate, so
yeah.
not bad at all. Yeah, but looking through this, there's some names because I had 74 doing 2024 Nats, and a lot of these names are familiar. Um, like Tyler Olick is really good. He's always around the podium. His total has him nominated like fourth or fifth, but I know he's really good. Big bench. And
Hmm.
a lot of these guys are going to have some crazy PR totals. So it's definitely not a wrap for Matthew, even though he probably has that last say. It's just going to be who makes the most gains.
Yeah, yeah. Another interesting one is Leighton. posted a 695 training total with a double on squat and a double on deadlift.
Oh
So
wow.
again, that's a big training total and a big PR, just on the training total with some doubles. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, that this will definitely be a very deep class. I don't know I don't know as much about some of the other lifters, but again, very very promising progress, on uh, on a meet to meet basis. Uh, no one that I would say has a low meat count and a spread
Wow.
of a couple, like not that many kilos. It'll be really,
Yeah, it's
really
people from
close on
all
this one.
over Canada. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think every province has a really good lifter there. The one thing for Leighton, like he's really good, and that's a crazy training total, but his last meets have been around like an 81 kilo body weight for like the past like
Mm.
2 years or so. So he does have the
Oh,
cut, but a
okay.
lot of people are doing that. So it doesn't mean like maybe
Yeah.
he's closer to weight, like I don't really know. It's just
Yeah.
something, but he's good. And then what was his name? Sorry, hold on. Monar, I believe is how you, or Manohar. Sorry. Yeah, there, that's how you pronounce it. His pull is really good as well. And he has a good total. So very good spread, like 240 squat, 152 bench, and 280 pull at 73. So he's done it at weight, 672. Really good as well.
Hmm. Yeah. And he
Yeah.
put in, he
So
put, I don't have the video for this, but he put in a 310 for his third deadlift at, Westerns in 2025. Uh,
wow.
I'm not sure if that was close or how far it would have been. Um,
Yeah.
Let me try to pull that up. But he went
Well, if
265,
he even
280,
thought he had
310.
a shot at it,
Yeah, I mean
that's actually
it's
not the
saying
word. Like that's not the
something.
most insane attempt selection. Yeah,
No, no,
280 on
that's
the
why
second.
I gotta pull this up. Hold on. Oh, he's
Well, like
private.
let's say even if
Hold
he has
on.
like a 295 pull,
Yeah,
295 or something like that is crazy.
yeah,
Like that's another 15 on that total. So maybe
yeah.
Matthew won't pull last, but it'll be cool to see. I think those guys will have a good battle, and I'm sure there's others who have made crazy progress that we're just not paying enough attention to.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll go with Matthew. It's the only lifter that I actually know here, and I do know that he's good and consistent. And yeah, so I'm gonna go with him. I think he's also the type of guy that could do a bunch of big pulls if needed, play around with that, maybe chip. What's the deadlift record? I think it's actually Nick Manders, so it's probably too high. But they'll both pull some big stuff, so it'll be cool to see. But I'm gonna go with Matthew on this one.
Yeah. I I I honestly don't know who to pick here. Uh, I'm gonna go. Uh, I'm gonna go with Leighton.
Yeah,
Um, he's cutting down, but that training total, if it was anywhere near weight, I mean that's a big it's a
that's
big
huge.
training total.
Yeah, no, that's no joke. We just have to see. I think there's a few people in the 83 men's side doing the same thing, just making a big cut. So that would be a
Mhm.
cool one to talk about as well. But
Yeah.
69 kilo junior women. I know you had some good info on this one. Do you want to go into what you know here?
Yeah, so I saw that Ariana is now, she was in 76 originally and she's moving down to 69. I think she's normally in the 76.
Yeah, she's like
Uh
75 or so, usually when she's weighing in.
yeah. So that's a really really interesting thing to see, because she saw that, where her total is has her probably projected in first right now.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, that's that's the game, right? Is find where you can exploit where the current totals are and take it on. So Yeah, I think
Yep.
the battle between her and Helen, Helen's normally at 69, if I'm correct. I think
Yeah, I
so.
think so. I think Helen's cut
Yeah.
around a few times, but I believe, unless I made that up, but I think she's been here for a bit now.
Yeah,
She
last
went
two
up.
totals were
Yeah.
at yeah. Yeah, so she went up in the last meet. So up in the last meet and went up 22 after what's that like 3 months? 3 months, 22 keys with the extra keys and body weight. So I think yeah, this will be a really interesting battle, kind of going the two directions and seeing how it works out.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing about Ariana is that her meet where she weighed in 75.7 was literally a year ago. It was last nationals. So I'm not sure when she decided to make this switch to this weight class, but if it's been, many months, there's no reason she can't be putting up a huge total. It just
Yeah,
depends, right? Some people made last minute changes, which I'm not sure of when that was done.
yeah,
But Helen's training looks unreal, like it always does. So
yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be hard because you could predict Helen's at least up by like, I don't know, bare minimum of 10 or so, and it's
yeah,
already a big total.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, very just trying to see if I can't remember her posting anything, but just want to check to make sure.
Yeah. Ariana's last meet was also a year ago. So yeah, I don't know. Like, did you find her Instagram?
Yeah, last training posted in September.
Okay. Is there
So,
anything in the caption?
uh, no, nothing I can see. The 5K JPR.
Okay, there you go. So we're making gains,
Yeah.
but
So tough,
it's
tough,
gonna,
tough to say where it is,
yeah,
in
it's gonna be
total.
hard to make all of that progress up though.
Hmm.
Or, maybe she just has to really maintain and add maybe like five or so to really be in that discussion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
hard to know when people don't post, right? It's like you don't know.
Yeah.
So, and then let me see here. Haley, she did Easterns, put up a good total, but again, that would be she'll need like a 20 plus 30 kilo meet PR in order to be fighting for the first place.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have her going something about like 15, like 15 above her 435, so about that 450. Um, so I think definitely comfortably in third, but pushing first or second will be a big challenge with those two going head to head.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know though. If people start missing, it always opens that opportunity to pull for second or first. But
Hmm.
yeah, for this class, I'm gonna go with Helen though. I've seen her train, I see her post the most, and we know that she's done it at that weight. So yeah, I'm gonna go with her.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that. I think you know Ariana has had the time to cut down, but I haven't seen anything posted, so kind of tough to say. I think if she has been cutting for a while and got it done successfully, months ago, I think it's totally possible that she, adds a good bit to that total, or at least just a little bit, which would put her in a good spot to place well because it has been a year. It has been a year
Mhm.
now. Um, so yeah, should be very interesting between those two. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Helen just because of the training I've seen and the going up in the weight class.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's gonna be hard to beat her. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anything could happen. And then 83 junior men. This is a class where we have some people cutting down, and I think some people may have dropped out recently. I'm not sure if Lucas Stile is in here anymore. I know he's on the the list, but I'm not sure if he's still doing it. And then yeah, a lot of these totals are nominated so close to one another, like 728, 725, 725, 715. Um, yeah, I think this is Claude's last run before he becomes Unk, and he won 2025, right? So
Yeah.
he's the defending champion. I know he's been dealing with lots though in terms of like injuries and whatnot, but his training
Mm.
looks good again, and he pulls the world. So he has a good shot. I think I don't know if people are looking past him because his total was like I guess a year ago the 715. But yeah, he has a good shot. And then Leroy is one of those 725s. He's cutting down from 93, but he's like pretty much at weight now, and his training's only gotten better. So he's looking good. And then I think it was, is it? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Let me make sure this is the total that I was thinking. Yeah, Qiming Qming Fan.
Yeah.
He did a very good total. That 725, I think it was in America though. Yeah, he did it in America December 14th, so it is recent, but like let's say the total before that was 695.
695
So
and 9 keys heavier.
yeah, he cut down and then just went off. So, and from what I recall, I think I seen some of or his meet recap. It looked like he had some room there, and now he knows like, okay, I finally made weight at this weight. He's probably confident with it. So I think he's one to watch. And then I believe Claude coaches, was it Laurent? I don't know if he coaches him, but I think he posted him, and he had a really
Oh,
good
okay.
728. Yeah, that squat is good. 285 and a half. So he's well-rounded guy.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, this is again, we just keep saying the same thing, but very, very tight groupings. Kind of all sitting around podium and between Laurent, Cuming, Claude, uh Bo as well.
Yeah, Bo's good. He came up from sub junior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, so
doesn't
his
look like a sub junior at all. He's a big guy.
no, no, not at all. So yeah, this should be very interesting. What are you thinking for podium or at least first?
I don't know. I think Q Ming, based off of, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, man, if you're listening. But I think he looks crazy good. It's the most, oh, maybe not the most recent. This Laurent, maybe I pull up Lawrence meet. It might have been more recent. Oh, November. So it's very similar timing. I think those two have got to be my top two just because they both did it recently at body weight. And then it'll come down to just execution. And Q Ming has a bigger pull. So I think, once Laurent puts up his total, maybe he tries to pull past him.
Yeah. Laurent also hasn't made a third deadlift over 4 meets.
Yeah. So
And
that's
has
something.
made one third bench. 3 to 4 squats though.
Yeah, he's a good squatter. It's honestly too, it's like so either that means again the data, right, would show like he's just gonna miss again, but he could
Mm,
also just learn from this and be like, all right, this is the steepest battle I've been in. I'll take
mm,
5 less than I think I can, or I'll drop my opener and pace
yeah,
properly. So he could really put up something much higher, likely. I didn't watch
yeah,
the videos, but I doubt he's maxing out on his opener and second. Right. I feel
yeah,
like it's just and knowing here that like there's Claude who will pull after you and like if Lucas is competing Lucas and Leroy will pull like all these people may pull after you. You just got to hit something and kind of like wait, just see what
mm,
happens. So,
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
yeah. But yeah, what are you thinking? Are you thinking similar to me or do you see someone else that you're looking at?
Um, I mean, really, really tough to say. I, I do like Cloud in this scenario because of the meet history and because
Yeah,
he's had a
experience.
bad, like, not bad few meets, but I think a few meets below what he expected to do. And so this could kind of be, last year finally recovering from the various injuries that he's had and just ready to show out and bring that total that he's been wanting to. Um, I do like Claude in this, but you know if Laurent shows up and goes 9 for 9, it will be a steep battle. But again, this is extremely close grouping between the top guys, so
Yeah.
really tough to say.
Yeah, I'll also point out Leroy's training has been really good, even though, like I said, he's cutting down. His best total, I think that's 725 from 93, but he did 720 with reps. So I think the bench was a single, but I think it was like a 300 deadlift double and a 250 triple, I think, on squat.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, it's looking good, but again, he actually does have to make weight. Usually the last little bit
Mhm.
is the hardest. He hasn't, I don't know what he weighs, but it's light, he told me, but I don't know what that last kilo, let's say, even will do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's well rounded. Um, Claude has a really good squat and deadlift. So if he can, have those two lifts show up and be healthy, then we're looking
Mhm.
at a big total. And he's putting up like 700 on his not so good days. So
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying there for sure. All right. Do you want to give your pick?
Uh, I'm gonna go with Claude.
Yeah.
Unk Claude.
I hope so. Yeah, that would be nice if Unk. I love when like the old head can take the win. He's not old at all. He's not even open yet, but that'd be cool. I think he has something to prove, potentially in his head, right? With all these like these guys are the talk, right? Seven
Yeah.
nominated totals higher, but yeah, it'll be cool to see. He does have that experience. Um, I'll go with Q Ming though, just because, again, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name horribly wrong, buddy. I don't know if you know it, Dylan, but I'm not sure. But
I don't,
anyway,
unfortunately.
I'm always bad at this. Some people let me know and then I can fix it. But anyway, yeah, that total is really good. And he's not like a specialist in any lift. So he's just really good at all of them. Like 255, 177, 295. He's consistent. So even if one lift's like not on, he should be okay. And yeah, that was a huge meat PR while cutting down. So we'll see. All right. Um, let's go 76 women. Hold on. I'm just closing some tabs here. Yeah, so return of Kayla Overchuck. It's gonna be cool. I don't know how much of her training I've really seen, right? Like I don't know if you've seen
Yeah.
anything, but she's a monster. And off of
Mm.
her total that's listed, she has a massive lead. So yeah, I think it was 2024 where she kind of like just like took the kind of like the torch for women's powerlifting in a way in Canada, or one of the faces. Of course, there's Britt and Jess and such, but
Yeah.
she really leveled up, and then obviously has been away, um, just had a baby and stuff. So we'll see how that return has been. Again, have you seen anything posting wise?
Nothing that I can remember off the top of my head. A lot of baby pictures, so that bomb strength will be coming through.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, really excited to see Kayla come back because, like you were saying, she had that run in 2024 where, Worlds was amazing, and then she came back a couple days later to
That
Canada
was,
and
yeah,
won like unbelievable. So yeah, really excited to see her come back, and even if she doesn't have the meet that you know we would all like really want to see
love to
right
see.
now,
Yeah,
it'll be couple months, maybe a year before she's back in the talks uh of Canadian great powerlifters.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
because I think she'll be an open next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not sure. I
so.
think she's around that age, yeah.
Yeah,
She's definitely
so
not like a brand new junior.
no. So yeah, next year open nationals. she's coming.
Yep. Yeah, and
Um,
she's just so good, right? Like with that pull, even if she gets like some of her strength back, she's still putting up, a good, a great total. So
mhm.
that's like a question mark, right? But it'll be cool to see, like you said, whenever she fully comes back, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, and in the rest of the class, we have Bianca and Anne Marie at 476 and 480. Again, really tight grouping between those two, and maybe it's lower than Kayla's best, but we don't know where Kayla exactly is right now.
Mm.
Um, so that could be a grouping of maybe 10 kilos between the three of them. But regardless, it'll be a close grouping between those two. I have Bianca with a slight lead. I think she's just making a touch more progress than Anne Marie right now.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, what do you think on this one?
Well, one thing I'd say is that Anne Marie's recent total PR was pretty crazy, right? Like that's like 42 keys or whatever it is.
Yeah,
That was like a year off, right? She was going up into the 76s,
yeah,
but still she has what, October till March, so like many, many
hmm
months to build it up. And not that she's going to put another 30 keys on the total, but that could be
yeah,
pretty crazy as well, right?
yeah.
But both of them
Even
are
even another
amazing.
10, another
Yeah,
10 is pushing really, really high.
exactly. Yeah, I think we're going to see some good progress again. I haven't seen anything online or on Instagram, but yeah, she's looking really good. And yeah, it's gonna be cool to see. She had more time since her last meet, where Bianca's last meet was December 6th, so still a few months, but
Hmm
um, the progress has been pretty crazy for Anne Marie. So
hmm
yeah. Again, it's so hard to pick, right? When we don't know what maybe Kayla's just coming back to do nets, or maybe she's cooking something up. Um, yeah, so it's hard to know, like do we place her first? And I think I'm going to.
I think Kayla's gonna try to pull for the win regardless.
Yeah, yeah. No, she will. I believe she did one of her meets like while pregnant, like many months pregnant. She pulled something
Yeah.
like 200, you
Yeah,
know?
208.
Yeah, man. Like, and like she had, like, I don't know how many months into pregnancy she was, but yeah, it wasn't like the beginning,
Yeah.
just with a
Yeah,
baby.
that was great. I'm sure if she hasn't gotten the world record for that,
I think it was. Yeah.
Guinness needs to get on the phone.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they should, the world record Guinness, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm still gonna put Kayla in first, but Bianca and Anne Marie are making really good progress. So, man, like they could be around the 500, and then it really makes it interesting because Kayla needs to be one of her best meets in order to
Yeah.
to beat them.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly don't know which one to pick. Can can I abstain in this one? I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know.
if you want to.
I don't know who to pick because the grouping between Bianca and Anne Marie is so close, and Kayla just throws a big wrench into this
The
because we
deadlift
don't
for
really know where she
Kayla
is.
is such a superpower.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's completely fine if you want to not guess. But again, I'm probably like the odds of me being wrong are still very high. But
yeah. I'll take Kayla if she's fully back, and I'll take um I'll go Bianca if she's not fully back.
okay, I'll go Anne Marie if Kayla's not fully back. So one of us is definitely wrong, and one of us has to be right. So
Good hedging here. Good hedging.
yeah, exactly. They can't be. How are you going to be mad about that, right? I am excited to see who ends up getting mad. Like I've had people come up to me after previous shows and be like, "You were doubting me," and like you said, you're getting DMs, so I'm sure you're ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope to be wrong with a lot of these.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, no,
not hope to
definitely.
be wrong, but hope to be like, especially with podium, like I'm more than expecting to be wrong because of
Yeah.
like open. It's a little bit more consistent, but junior, like there's so many names that I've never seen before and haven't seen in previous uh like last year when we were doing this. A lot of these people weren't on the list, or we weren't talking about them because they weren't in that top grouping. So yeah, really tough to call.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, if we haven't said your name and you feel like we should, then prove us wrong and let us know. I'm cool with it, you know. I'll be happy for you to prove me wrong. Okay. So junior 93 men. Personally, this is the class I'm most excited for because I think it's could go either way for the top three. And then Um, there's probably even more people who have made crazy progress. And I want to give a shout out to Lyle Babin because he's been going crazy. And like he was probably maybe in contention for 83, but he's just like, nah, we're going
Yeah,
93.
do
I like
just
it.
absolute dog mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a monster. And he's like what, 86 keys, 85, I don't know. But
Yeah,
he's looking still lean and he was a 74 in like the summertime or something.
yeah, yeah. He's
Crazy.
looking. It's crazy how much he's grown in the past uh in the past couple months because he was very lean and now he's lean and big, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah, and he's putting up some great numbers and so yeah, if it's not going to be this year, but you know, next year or the year after, if he keeps progressing at the rate he is, like this is totally in contention.
Yeah, yeah, he'll be in that convo for real. Like the progress, because he's 662 total, he'll put up a mid to low, or yeah, mid to low sevens for sure
Yeah,
total. He just, yeah, that's cool. I like that. I think a lot of juniors could learn from it. So he's not just fixated on this year. He's looking for the long term, like 5, 10 years. He's like, I'll be better if I just go up. Assume that's what I'm assuming he's doing anyway.
yeah, yeah. Like he could probably go, I don't know, he's probably going to go like 740 to
Yeah.
760,
Yeah,
depending on the
mid
day he
mid
has.
sevens. That's almost 100 keys. Like if he has like a
It's
760.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. Very very least he's totaling like 50 kilo PR, like a not
Yeah.
good day.
That
Yeah,
would be the worst. That would be the worst day
yeah,
possible in a
yeah.
50
He's
key
missing.
PR.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, can we talk about Theron's squat?
Yeah, that's the one thing. So,
What?
are you okay, Theron? That's incredible. Me and you, actually, Dylan, we're doing this during the 93 US battle. So, all the juniors, you guys should be. I don't know how much Dylan cares, but I really want to be watching that. So, you gotta subscribe to the pod or something. But Theron just broke the unofficial world record for the 93s. That's why I brought that up. And now I think maybe Willow Ball or someone could maybe do it, but I don't think so. I think 340 is like kind of one of one type of thing for a 93 kilo junior. I knew he could do it because his training's been crazy, like 330, 320, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, to actually do it in the gym, I feel like that's a bit aggressive, but he should have time because like when are the juniors? Not till like Friday.
He's probably like Friday or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm handling someone there. So anyway, he has time. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anything 330 to 340, I think he should load and take, and that's a part of why he's so heavily in this discussion, even though he's nominated like whatever 12 keys under or 12 and a half, whatever, um, under Josiah. If Theron doesn't miss his third squat, which I don't think he will, he's gonna have such a lead.
Yeah. Yeah, like
So
a ridiculously. But then we have the other side of
Josiah's
Josiah.
bull, yeah. Yeah, Josiah's
But
pull is crazy. It's only like maybe not as crazy because we already have known it's happening. Theron's like, I think he did 325 in August for like a really hard third squat, and
yeah,
now he's at 340. So,
yeah,
and that's in the gym.
yeah,
Crazy. But yeah, Josiah's pull's crazy. So he'll have that last pull. And then, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I see it going like this. Theron, as long as he doesn't overly do it, he's going to have this crazy lead. And as long as he just picks a good attempt, it's going to be, even, in my opinion, hard for Josiah to even pull enough to beat him. Josiah has an endless pull, though. And the other thing I'll say is that Liam Foreman is really good. He'll probably be in that battle. So if anyone really slips up, I think Liam's putting up still probably a low eight, but like eight something.
yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
how do you
Because
see it
if
going?
just trying to do the math right now, if because we know Josiah can has pulled 350 and a half, and the stretch farther than that is more than possible. If Theron were to go, I'm just trying to find his bench here.
I think it's like
Uh,
185.
damn.
Yeah, he's good
So
at he's good at everything.
340 plus 185, and then best deadlift being uh call it 290. So 340, 185, 290. That's 815. So Josiah would need to pull if we give him 290 plus uh
175 or something.
175, 465. So he need to pull 350.
Okay, that's closer.
This
One
is
thing I'd
really
say, yeah, is Theron missed 700 pull at NAPF that same meet, so
oh
maybe
damn.
he's a little closer to it. I
Yeah.
think he did pull it like it wasn't a full Hail Mary. Like he pulled it a decent
Yeah.
amount. So his pull might be higher than two. I'd assume it's higher than 290. But
Yeah.
Josiah can pull 350. So even if it is
Yeah.
higher, it's like,
Yeah. He can pull 360.
yeah. Yeah. I think he attempted that to beat the other lifter who's 93 is good. He's just not in this class. Like he's not competing this year.
Yeah. It was to beat Caden.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Liam, I don't know if you know much about Liam's training, but Liam squats like three. He squatted three in the gym. He's
Hmm.
pretty good when he peaks, so maybe like 305, 310. And he
Hmm.
benches like 192 to 195, and he could pull like 305, 310. So that's a really good total
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
if anyone misses, then he's really in that convo. And if Josiah's whole goal is to pull for the win no matter what, then maybe Liam comes second, like almost guaranteed. Like, if Theron misses or
Yeah.
if Josiah misses, or maybe Liam could win it. So,
Yeah. Again, not knock on wood here, but Liam hasn't missed a lift in competition.
oh wow.
Not that I can
Yeah.
see. Um, so, if he keeps that up, these are two people that could probably that have a very high likelihood of missing. Theron with the third squat and possibly the third deadlift, depending on the day. And Josiah with the third pull if he's trying to pull to catch up. Um, both are, at least one of them is likely to happen.
Yeah.
So Liam has a really good chance to just put together a good day and kind of quietly sneak into that second spot.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think that's a good breakdown. Um, I'm personally gonna go with Theron. I feel like it's his to lose. Like again, if he say 700 pounds for the deadlift was too much, but he could pull 310, makes no gains. Like if he could pull 310 and squat like 338 and then bench 185 or maybe a bit more, I feel like that puts it pretty far ahead. And Theron doesn't need to squat 340. So like as long as he doesn't miss, I think he's good. He has the proof he can do it. But Josiah and Liam are both great, so I'm not looking past anyone. That's just like the likelihood I see is like Theron has proof he can do 340, maybe do a bit less, stack the
Yeah.
total, and then you'll probably be too far ahead. But
Hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah. I think yeah, if Theron makes a third squat, I think it comes down to how hard Josiah's thumbs can hang onto the bar. Um, if if he doesn't make the third squat, then I think Josiah is probably going to pull away with this.
Yeah.
Likelihood wise, as long as Theron is making good attempts or like choosing good attempts, which he seems to have done in training,
Mhm.
um, I think he'll probably take the win on this one. But this is about as close with two very different breakdowns of total. So kind of tough to tell on this one. And then I see Liam definitely on podium and possibly in that second position as well, depending on how the other two choose their attempts.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the podium's pretty locked up in my opinion. I don't think like I feel like hypothetically they could all do 8, 8, 10. Like I feel like at the low end, right? Of
Yeah.
course, everyone has to make, but I don't know if anyone else can hit that. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's gonna be very cool. I think it's probably my favorite, at least so far, to watch. I'll be
Yeah.
handling, but I'm excited to see how it goes down.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, let's take a little washroom break, and then we'll wrap up 84s, 84 plus, and the rest of the thing.
Beauty.
All right, we're back. I was telling Dylan I'm water loading and I'm missing the 93 Open US battle for this. So anyway, I'm an angry guy right now. Um, yes, we got the 84 kilo junior class. Um, Alexis Seaman has quite a big lead on this. My Alexa started listening as soon as I said her name. But but yeah, she has a quite a big lead. I also know Trinity's training has been going very well. So I don't know if it's well enough to catch that 519 and a half total. I haven't really ran the math or anything, but
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
definitely
Trinity had a 465 on the week two, and then posted a 190 squat, but didn't post the rest of the week. So
mm,
either went really well or didn't go really well.
yeah.
But 465 in the week two is better than she's ever done. So
Yeah,
that
by
could
like
really,
20 keys up off the
yeah,
best PR total.
yeah, and then PR'd the squat again after that. So
Wow.
it really could be a massive increase on this one, but will it be enough to catch up? Not not sure. And I don't really think so.
Yeah, Alexis's total is just so high, and she's really good. Like she's consistent. It's
Yeah,
someone who really misses a bunch of lifts,
yeah,
so it definitely makes it
yeah,
harder.
absolutely.
I believe her training. Alexis was hurt for a bit, but I believe she's completely fine now because I seen her at the gym the other day.
Hmm.
Because like it was I guess provincials, junior provincials. She didn't really go hard at all, but it's not an actual representation of her strength because 517 and a half at Worlds, and then last Nationals 519 and a half, and then almost like a whole year before at a local meet 504. So she's been in the 500s.
Yeah. Yes, this could be really her kind of breakout meet to pull far ahead and kind of have that perfect day that she's been looking for.
Yeah. And then I'll quickly pull up Trinity's because I was handling her at Westerns. But I don't think her Westerns is on here. MPA Provs powerlift. Anyway, I don't think it's on there, but yeah,
Okay.
her total has gone up way past that, and her pull is really good too. So she's well rounded. I think yeah, like you said, 190 plus squat, 100 plus bench, and then 220 plus pull. I think so.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
really good. It's just mostly the gap will be on bench.
Yeah.
And Trinity's a good bencher too. It's just that Alexis's bench is pretty crazy.
Really good.
One thing, actually, not that I guess it might have in the past been a problem for Alexis if they had implemented the rule, But for all of these classes, we'll have to see how Canada implements that new bench rule.
Yeah,
So
really excited to see how that goes.
it won't affect you, right? You're gonna be good, but
No, I got a
others,
nice
yeah,
soft touch,
yeah, we'll have to
but
see. The U.S. Nationals just is happening right now, as I mentioned. But the Meg Scanlon's bench didn't seem to be affected much, and Meg Scanlon's one of those people that has the full. But again, I think
yeah,
it's dependent on the referees and how they're going to implement it. So we'll have to see.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, for this one, I do have Alexis winning. Um, again, like we'll see with Trinity. I haven't like looked into the numbers or seen the game plan. I think it's going to be a crazy increase. We'll just have to see how close you can be to that total.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be cool. We'll see. Again, I haven't like calculated Trinity's top end, but I do know it's pretty massive right now.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And she hasn't posted what she's done in weeks, presumably 3 and 4. But I'm assuming based on how that week 2 looked, really, really good. I'm still gonna take Lex on this one, just because of the longer meet history and the fact that, she's been sitting around that 500 number for a while now, and I think it's that time to really show what she's been working on over all this time.
Hmm. Yeah, because Trinity will be putting up. I mean, to get there, it's like 60 kilos or so PR total.
Hmm.
I believe, or like 40. I closed that
Yeah,
window, but that will be
yeah,
insane. To even touch five will
yeah,
be so crazy. But
yeah,
she definitely is capable.
yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
105 kilo, 105 kilo juniors. Do you want to take the lead on this one? It's another steep
Yeah,
class.
I think this is probably the most interesting class on the men's side for the juniors. There are 4 people that I think could all win this and very possibly win it. We have Tate Commander, who just came off of Junior Worlds in September. Sam Tremblay, Le Québécois des Montagnes, who has been having unbelievable training. I think he pulled 340 and has done some great benches as well. Like, I think he's due for a really good meet. Yumi is another person who, has had some injuries and had some meet performances where he didn't want to be, where he didn't want to be. Um, and I think he's finally figured that out. His training has looked incredible over the past couple of months with the new coach. And then Carson Taylor, his Western meet, it finally got added to his open powerlifting. Thank God. But again, his training looks absolutely ridiculous. He's looking super strong. I have no idea who's going to win this. I just know it's going to be a really, really fun watch. And it's in the same flight as me, so I won't be able to watch it. But
Yeah, you better not watch. So Carson is the guy who looks like Hulk, right?
yes, yeah,
Is that him? Yeah. Yeah, he's a monster. I've seen him at Westerns. Um, yeah, a lot of very familiar names. I know Yumi's really good, crazy squat, good overall.
yeah.
Caden, is this Caden who went up from 93s?
No, 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 different cadence.
Okay, I was thinking of the other Caden from the 93s because I know he's not competing, so I didn't know if this was him. But
No.
yeah, he is a great total as well. And then Tate Commander's been around for a long time in the convo, winning meets. So yeah, and
Again,
then
another guy
Samuel
that
Tremblay.
yeah. Sorry,
You
I
go
didn't
ahead.
mean to cut you off. Oh, but yeah,
No, you're good.
Tate, like a lot of these guys, hasn't had, that really great meet that he's wanted. It's always been, some mislifts and something kind of always happening. So I think, putting that day together, we're looking well over 800. And it's the same story with a lot of these guys is, you know, I think this could be the big meet for a lot of them. And the stars kind of all aligned for the four of them to have that time now.
Hmm. Yeah, you have to. Well, they have to if they want to win, right? And with Tate, it's his best lifts, like best squat, bench, and deadlift, are already if it's together instead of in one singular meet, it's 805, so that's already 15 up over
Mhm.
his actual total. And yeah, of course, everyone has their training going well, so that he could be far above that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I really don't know what my pick would be on this, but my pick would be flight of the meat. I think this is a
Yeah,
good contender for that.
this is deeper than the 93s for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's so many of
absolutely.
them. Because you could come fifth and be like, I mean, we could probably say any of them could hypothetically become come fifth, or they could win.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
and
100%, 100%.
yeah, it's definitely the deepest on the men's side here.
Mhm.
Who's gonna have the last say on the deadlift?
Uh,
Would it be Yumi or Sam?
Sam, it
Sam?
would definitely be Sam. Sam will probably pull.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
never
that
mind. My
I
bad,
want.
Sam.
I want to say he did like a 335 like double or triple
Oh
or something.
wow,
Like
that's
I
rough.
remember seeing it and I was just like, this is absurd. Um, I can't remember what it was, and it's he's a story poster, so I can't
Oh
find it now.
man, that's the worst, especially when you're trying to do these.
Yeah, it's like I know I saw it, but now I can't find it.
Man, that's crazy though. With that kind of pull, he just really, I mean, everyone, don't miss. But then he has that like just loaded up, especially if you're talking about like repping 330. You could really
Yeah,
take a crack at almost anything.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Just, I'm sure for all of these guys, it's more so, at least that top five, it's like try and win. So even
Mhm.
with Samuel, it's like he could just take a decent second and then just attack whatever number is needed.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I would expect him to do. Just kind of put himself in the position to pull for the win, and then try to do that.
Yeah. Okay, who are you looking at for the dub?
Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I actually have no idea with this one. I could say anyone and not be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think people here, I feel like they'll want that respect. So I feel like we could definitely get some people not happy with us depending on the pick. But no, it's a really good class. I think it's understandable though. Like I said, these top five, it could be anyone.
Yeah. Who are you gonna take?
Ah, it's hard. Give me one sec here. Just gonna do a last little look. I don't know, man. This is rough. Do you have like a two people or anything like that you're looking between, or is it just
Uh, I think Sam has a good advantage because he will pull last.
Hmm.
Um,
You said his training's been going crazy from what you recall, or no?
yeah, from what I've seen, like training's going really well, but you know, same with Carson, same with Yumi, and I don't remember much of Tate's training. I don't know if
I think
I
it
just
was one of
haven't.
these guys. They're like they have a YouTube series like talking about like road to world champ or something, or road to worlds
Yeah, that could be. I think Carson's the only one with a YouTube
YouTube.
account.
So it's
Yeah.
Carson. Oh, well, I'm liking the confidence. It's he like definitely got feel the pressure. So I assume he's very confident. He's like, let's see here, pretty new, especially with the progress, right? Like Westerns was really a breakout.
Yeah.
It was also the
Yeah,
first
absolutely.
105, so the progress is definitely going to be crazy.
Hmm.
I think. For me, I think it's got to be. I think I'm gonna have to go with Carson, to be honest. And then, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a good
again,
pick.
he could obviously come fifth. I think all of them could, but I do think he'll do well. I think I recall watching again. I was in person. I watched some of these lifts, and it was like this baby, like it was easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
I'll
him.
go with yeah, I'll go with I'll go with Sam because it's gonna be so close and I think it will come down to that third pole. And because he'll have that opportunity to put in the attempt that could get him to the win, I think he'll try to do that. Um, yeah, I'd say any one of the five are likely options.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it's always a good pick to go with the deadlifter,
Hmm.
like like the guy who
It's the
has that
basic
last
pick.
say. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, when it's so close, it's like sometimes that's the one you need to do. But okay. So that's another crazy session. I'll be handling again, so I won't watch it either, and I'll be watching you as like taking little peeks, but I'm excited to see how it unfolds. The other thing, when you have a class that deep, there's gonna be some people missing lifts for sure. Because like
Yeah,
whether they listen to this or not, they obviously know they have a very big challenge on their hands. And then again, pressure mixed with like ego, and we'll probably see some people miss a few lifts, and it might even become easier like that to have the last say if people are
yeah,
missing, right? So
yeah.
your
Well,
pick probably,
it's your field of five turns to two very quickly if squat and bench go poorly.
yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, honestly, you actually watch so many battles be won like that. Like Etienne versus like all
Yeah,
of those guys who just like likely were gonna do more, and he just wins.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So okay, 84 plus. And Jolie Roy, Alexia or Alexa Shaluk. Oh, I'm so bad at these name pronunciations, guys. But anyway, we do have a good, decently big class here for the 84 pluses, which is nice. Even as we get to like the end, sometimes the last weight classes don't have that many people. We got 5 people here. That's good, especially with like some of the lighter weight classes having like 2 to 3 people. So that's very cool. Nice to see that the future is bright for the 84 pluses in Canada. In terms of nominated or best totals, Anne has the 483, Alexa has the 470, and Megan has 472 and a half.
I'm not quite sure how to help you
Oh,
with that.
Alexa's talking to us. Yeah, she's been listening the whole time. Okay, so yeah, with those, we have a clear like little lead there by 13 or so keys for Anne. Um, pulling up the amount of meets. Everyone here is tied besides Megan. Megan has a lot more experience in that top three. She has 12 meets versus Anne
Mhm.
and Alexa having 3 each. Um, I was also going to say the percentage make for Megan isn't as high, but again, when you have 12, you have way more meets. Like, of course, you're gonna have some that aren't too good in comparison. Um, so honestly, I wouldn't even really look at that too much, but it was Alexa that's making crazy progress.
I'm
So,
not quite sure
oh
how
my
to help you
God,
with that.
Alexa's replying to me. Stop. Anyway, what are you thinking looking at these names?
I think Alexa, again, really good attempt makes, only done three meets, all done in 2025. Uh, so didn't have much of a bump from her April performance to her September performance, but it's local, regional, provincial. So I don't know if that provincial was more of like a token style. or
Mhm.
or what she was thinking on it. But I mean, data would say she hasn't progressed at all. But I know that's probably not true because of the way that she did these meets all in 1 year to get to nationals. It makes sense that she would pull back on that on that provincials performance. So um, I don't have her training videos, but yeah, I would say that she's probably got a lot more in the tank if she's kind of casually doing that 470 as part of the circuit to nationals.
Yep. Um, one sec here. The arena is just giving me a difficulty. It's probably actually my fault. But yeah, this would be a good battle here, regardless, right? Like a lot of them have some pretty big totals and decent progress at the very least. But it's like that when you're doing meet after meet after meet, you're not just going to constantly ball out. And sometimes, even if you are trying 3 meets in a year, you're not always going to have the best outcome.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
So
really tough to say.
did so I think Anne's meets have been done at like 84 for the most part. Unless,
Oh, okay, good catch.
yeah,
I didn't
because
notice that.
that's what I thought was like the problem. But honestly, that actually makes it she has the biggest lead, and then that kind of puts it at a different spot, right? Like if you're
Yeah,
now bulking
yeah,
and yeah, bulking into a weight class with no cap. So even if she's like
yeah,
85, she's up four and a half keys. And
yeah,
between her last two meets, she already put up 30-ish
yeah,
kilos PR. So that does make a big difference. And she may have switched to, after looking, like you said, about getting a tactical advantage from going from 84 to like, oh, I could maybe win 84 plus.
yeah. And this is so funny, but she also did the same thing of going local, regionals, provincials. So that 30 key increase, or it was like a 60 key increase from March to August, and then another 30 keys from August to November, which is absurd. So you're looking at
Yeah,
like 100 over uh
in 1 year.
eight months.
Yeah. And then we didn't add in really the bulk. She was 77
Yeah,
and got to 81, but
yeah,
now it's like, okay, she did all those, still kept putting up the PRs, and now she has more room to go up because
yeah,
between August and November, it was just like it's literally, it could have just been a different weigh in. Like she might not have actually even gained much like size, right?
yeah,
Um, it's like one kilo. So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And it looks like, she hasn't had to cut for any meets before, and she obviously isn't planning on doing that now, moving into the supers.
Mhm.
Um, and coached by Tristan as well. So that was obviously a very good decision to move up because it gives her the space to keep driving that momentum, but also sets her up as a way to get to that W.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That was the reason why I was so confused at first is because I was like, okay, is this correct? But no, that's right. Like most people are doing the opposite. They're cutting down into these weight classes, but she just realized like, hey, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see what
yeah,
she puts up. I think she's definitely a clear favorite given those circumstances.
yeah. I fully agree with that.
All right. Yeah, that'd be cool to see. I'm excited to see what she does and then how that compares to the 84 kilo totals as well.
Hmm.
Because her progress is pretty crazy. All right. 120 men, junior. So I guess there's no one doing this, hey? We can just skip this class. No, man.
Yeah, we can skip this.
Well, we already
Not
know someone's
interesting.
gonna have a biased opinion here. But yeah, so I mean, Dylan, you're competing here. You got Ethan and Frederick. Frederick was the guy who you competed with 2025 Nats, right?
uh, no, Frederick was in the supers.
Oh, he's cut
Yeah,
down. Yes. Okay,
yeah.
so that was Aid. Was it Aiden and
Aiden
Carson.
and Fred. Aiden, Carson, and
Yeah.
Fred. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's yeah, okay. It was the same session. That's where I got confused.
Yeah.
That's cool. So he's cutting down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you've probably done some scouting. So what are we looking at?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've done more scouting in everyone else's weight class than my own.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. But you know, I think it's really hard to say with Fred because he doesn't post anything online and his coaches don't post anything online, so it's kind of a mixed bag as to what we'll see. He cut back down to 120 and had a bit of a performance drop compared to his 120 plus, but again, he didn't sit that heavy when he was in 120 plus, so tough to say if I haven't watched the video in a couple months, so I don't remember. But tough to say if it was just like a token meet, or if it was actual performance drop, or if he's injured or whatever. Tough to say, but he's obviously a good contender for it. Ethan as well. Um, you know, his total just keeps increasing and at a very steady rate. Um, and then everyone else, didn't know about this tie. I did know.
Ty.
Ty Humphreys, 756 from last year. Um,
That's crazy. So you actually didn't know
yeah.
that much, like about everyone in the class yet.
No, no.
No.
I mean, I've tried to just like not think about the other people in my class and just kind of do what I can do. It sounds
Yeah.
cliche, but I don't
No, that's
know.
key. That's key.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, what if Frederick was posting some crazy stuff? Nothing you can do. Just
No.
train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, I agree with it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So we'll see, but should be interesting enough.
yeah, yeah. From my POV, I know Ethan. I was there doing a seminar for Western, and he was doing some good training. I think his deadlift was like but now it's back,
Mm.
so that's good. Um, Kessler Thomas, he's nominated far further behind, but he had a crazy Westerns. Um, yeah, I mean, Frederick will be. We'll see, right? Like I feel like again, it would be hard to put up his best total. But potentially, maybe they're figuring it out. That's usually what happens for people. First time you make a cut, it's not usually the best.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, so Kessler Kessler Thomas's PR it was almost like it was 655 to 734 listed here. So that's some pretty crazy progress. So I mean, if he does that again, then maybe he's looking at the podium too, depending on how everyone else does. But I think there's a clear top three for you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just pulling something up. Is this right? He has a 326 deadlift?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. No, it's crazy.
I gotta
And
look into I gotta look into this, man.
yeah, no, he's really good. I don't know what they're actually thinking, like in terms of how he's gonna position, but or
Mhm.
total, but the subtotal should have went up a lot because he weighed in at 112 there,
112, yeah.
and I'm sure he bulked more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so should be an interesting battle. And it's on the same platform as the 105. So it should be an interesting session just in
yeah,
general to watch. Got a crisp 8 a.m. Saturday start though, so might be
oh
might be
damn,
yeah, might be
yeah,
tough
I'll
to
be
get the
there. I'll
crowds
be
out.
there. I'll be cheering. I'll be excited. But yeah, I mean, I think you have a clear lead here, and then Frederick, say like if he was 120 still, then and we weren't seeing his posting, I'd maybe be like, okay, maybe he's higher into that like closer to the mid eight. With the cut,
Mm.
you never know. I mean, I'm not like that could be a big cut too. You said he doesn't. I don't know what he weighed before, but
He was like
120 plus is
120.
120.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Okay,
was
he was
like
120 something.
125, I want to say.
Okay, so he could
He
he could have a good
was
day.
yeah, like his heaviest was 125. and then he cut down to 117 for centrals.
The best thing for
Um,
you is that you have the last say out of those top three,
yeah,
right? Like for the
yeah.
deadlift. So obviously you know what you're doing. You're gonna go hit some lifts. Your lifts look really good. I'm gonna
Thank
go
you,
with
thank
you,
you.
but I'm sure you'll probably go with you too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with myself here.
All right, yeah, no, that's fine. Makes sense, man.
Totally unbiased take.
Yeah, the data says so, so you have to rock with it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean now we're done with the women's side, so it's just the 120 plus kilo men. Um, three lift, let's see, nominated. This is probably the second smallest class for the men's side. The top main two are Aiden and Jacob. Jacob's been, I think in sub junior, he was like one of the best, I think,
Mhm.
for held a bunch of records. And then Aiden has been, last year, unfortunately, didn't have his nats because, or his best nationals because of the disease going around. Um,
Oh no.
yeah.
Dude, what happened?
It just my phone died, bro. Because this has been way longer than I anticipated. I had 80% anyway.
Why are you recording from your phone?
I don't know. I just always I always do it on my phone. Right. No, it's still on. So how long were you talking once I left?
I stopped immediately.
Oh, you knew?
Well, yeah, because I was looking at you and you dropped off.
Okay.
You're also mid-sentence.
What did I say? What did I say last?
Uh, Aiden, disease, something.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, no, Aiden looked great. His lifts look really good. His squat is going crazy. We can just continue from right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So it's recording. Thanks for staying on. But anyway,
no worries.
yeah, so Aiden looks really good. His squat looks super strong. His deadlift looks good. Um, bench is the only, thing that's not Aiden's lift yet, but he's gonna have such a big lead off of squat that I can see him walking away with this one unless he misses. That's how I'm looking at it. It's like his to lose. Kind of how I would
Yeah,
if both of those guys just hit even five under their potential best. I think they're in a good spot and they can both win.
yeah, absolutely. Like, I think if Aiden has the day that he's supposed to, I don't think Jacob can catch him. Um, but if Aiden starts missing lifts or suddenly comes down with another disease and spreads it to everyone, then it's a different story. But yeah, I think he should have have a big lead after squat. That lead will be cut after bench, and then should gain that back after deadlift. So yeah, I don't see this as um I see this as Aiden's to lose, like you were saying.
Yeah. I don't know what the junior, oh, maybe it might be huge. Do you know the junior squat record?
Probably something stupid. 1 second.
Yeah, maybe too much. But I don't even think Aiden needs a chip. I don't think he needs a chip on that. I
No,
think
no,
he
no.
just because he hit last training session I did with him was his last squat. He did 325 at like the speed of light. He could hypothetically open there. Obviously, it's aggressive and he shouldn't, but like yeah, it's crazy. I think he could squat for sure 340 plus.
Yeah, so the biggest squat is it's 350 from Big Sammy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean Aiden maybe honestly could do it, but like there's no need to try and do that.
No. No. Well, it's going from 330, like if you were to take 330 as a second and 350 as a third. but then you're running the risk of losing 20 keys that I don't know,
Yeah, no,
not
no,
worth it.
definitely not the time for it. Will he hit
No.
that record? Yes, because he's 19. He could probably do it now, but now is not the time. I might be
No.
handling him, and if I'm handling him, we're not going for that. Sorry, Aiden, love you. I don't think it's because you can't, but it's like you don't need it.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, I mean, it's really his to lose. Jacob could probably take a chip on a bench record just because I know he benches a lot. I don't really know the
Hmm.
record, but he did some crazy stuff in the gym while I was at the Western seminar that I was running. And yeah, I don't know if he posted it, but anyway, it's a really big bench. If he's anywhere near that, his bench is gonna probably be the record. But it's like Aiden also pulls a substantial amount more than him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I fully agree on that. Bench record is 227 and a half.
oh
So
yeah, so he could do that. He
yeah.
could,
Yeah.
but
No,
yeah,
it'd be cool.
it'd be cool to see. So I have Aiden winning this one. What about you?
I'm taking it in as well.
All right, awesome. Yeah, Aiden will be happy to hear this, I'm sure. He was asking me, "Are you guys doing a preview show?" I was like, "Yeah, just Dylan and I though." And he was like, "Hell yeah!" So,
He's gonna be the only one still listening at this point.
oh yeah, he might have even fast forwarded here. If I leave in that like 10 minutes of me leave like disappearing, my phone died, he'll probably still wait for it. But but yeah, no, man. Thank you so much for coming on. You obviously saved the day and gave some really good predictions and insight. And anyone listening who's mad at Dylan because of your own meat stats, take a hike and prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. But like, I'm pretty sure the stat like that your data would have had for me is like I maybe PR by like 2 kilos. I hope to beat that. But like, I'm not mad about the stats. So. We'll definitely beat the 2 kilo PR. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, man, thank you for coming on. I'm excited to watch you compete again and hopefully get another national title. It's exciting.
First, of course, dude. Well, thank you for having me on, and I really appreciate you, and really looking forward to seeing you go to work as well, and looking forward to a big fucking squat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'd like to take that record. It's I wanna actually eventually squat sevens, so that would be nice to do. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I think
um,
you're going to after that 300 I saw. That
yeah,
was
yeah, I feel pretty good. I just again, it's like the same thing. It's like not that I'm going in to win this, but I don't want to miss anything. So if I take
yeah.
under, but yeah, in my head and like before I go to bed every night, it's like 700, 700.
You
But
got
we'll
it written
see.
on you got it written on the ceiling above you.
Yeah, yeah, no, I program it. I just have like Alexa repeat that all night. But yeah. All right, man.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
thank you again, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll see you I'll see you this week. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
when do you leave to go back home?
Sunday.
So your fourth eventing?
Yes.
Yes, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
Okay.
got Genge on bar scouting, so we'll have a good report in.
Oh, wow. It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, you take care. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, buddy. You too.
All right, buddy. Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.